Okie dokie, let's do the things and then we can do the other thing. So, first thing is Twitter. Hey, Beanie, hello. Yeah. And then let's do the other thing. The other thing is Discord. Yes, indeed. Send to everyone. Yeah, settle down, Benny. Good boy. Hello. Handsome. Don't get too interested in me. I really don't need you jumping up here again. Let's do that. And then let's do like this. Okay. Are these going to be annoying me? Maybe I should tie my hair back. I think that would be a wise call. Hey, Stephanie. Thank you for joining me. Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. I'm hoping that I don't have a lot of testing to do. I'm hoping that miraculously these colors just work. But I'm trying not to get my hopes up too high. Hey, Sunburnt. I saw your broken nail in Discord, and I'm so sad that you broke a nail, but I'm so glad that you were able to fix it. Let's see here. Need orange stick. Oh, maybe I should get a fresh orange stick. I could use maybe one of these. Yeah. Has this one been sharpened? Yeah, that one looks pretty good. Acetone, of course, and actually I probably don't need any acetone yet. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Sunburned. Okay, so last night I took off the Burgundy gilded Burgundy gradient. I'm like trying to remember what I actually called it. I haven't like edited or uploaded the video yet, and then I always start getting confused. But that is that was a chat suggestion, and I did end up going with that name. So that was these three colors topped with this. This is Lydia, Claire, Courtney, Guilty, and then this one is Goldie. I had kind of rejected this in the gradient, but I'm thinking it may be useful in the Watermarble. Yeah, the lightless gel is amazing. I mean, some of it does depend on like where the break is. Like this really low break I have on my ring finger. I'm having trouble with this patch. It keeps failing. It failed. That's actually the reason why I started taking off the other manicures, because this patch failed. It started to chip and lift there. So I took that one off and I was like, well, maybe I'll redo this after I patch it. And then my thumb also, the peely came off, and I was like, well, let's just do something new. And I repaired it last night, and by this morning it already had failed again. I was really very frustrated. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, Sunburnt, because, well, it's more obvious in this one, for sure. In this view, you can kind of see, like, it sticks out, well, to me at least, from all my other nails, from the amount of curving that it has. Okay, so I don't know if these are all too similar to show up nicely in a water marble, but the water marble is only going to be one layer. So my thought is to, instead of using one of the water marble colors as a base color for the whole marble, which is what a usual go-to would be. I'm thinking to either use white or possibly to use this gold. And if they're so dark that you can't really see like the details of the water marble, I'm kind of hoping that I could maybe alternate the gold in there in the water marble. I'm undecided whether Guilty will actually come into play again. This whole water marble is inspired by the last gradient, but I don't know. I don't know if a water marble is going to need to be topped off with actual gold to be awesome. Dr. Crotron, how are you, sir? I feel like it's been so long since I've seen any porch people. I would never begrudge a streamer time off, but I'm like, I miss Jerry's stream so much, and it's only like fucking Wednesday. I was even thinking, I was like, well, God, I'm doing nails this afternoon, but I'm kind of tempted to stream this evening too, because last night I was just sitting there like, man, ain't nobody I want to watch right now. What did I end up watching? I know I ended up watching Bob Ross at some point. So I'm just, as usual, it's been a while since I did a water marble. Just use my little library receipt, which, I mean, I don't even remember. I go through periods where I do more or less water marbles. So even though I haven't been going to the library lately, I've got like this huge backstash of little receipts. Oh, we're going to have a problem with the sun in about a couple minutes. Hold on just a sec, you guys. There. That should prevent the sun from piercing my eyeball at the most inopportune moment. Hi, Anne. Curve like Pringles. Oh, yeah. Change your name color for Thanksgiving. Still a little bit hoarse. I'm trying to make sure and hydrate very well. It may be because I do increase my tea intake this time of year, because it's like chilly and tea is warm and delicious, but I know that it's not like the most, it's not like drinking water just because it's made with water. Especially, caffeinated can act as a diuretic and stuff, just like coffee. Well, maybe not probably as bad as coffee. I can tell the difference there. I like that shade too. It's like a smoky lavender. Okay, so let's just... I hope this just works. I hope this just works. That would be like the nicest. I would be so thankful if these colors would just water marble together properly on the first go. Wouldn't that be amazing? There we go. Let's get a little bit of this. And make sure this is good to go. I always try to make sure that, obviously you want to have the tip of the orange stick clean. But, if you want as much of the orange stick is going to come in contact with the water ever to be clean. Because it's everything that's going into the water, you want to be as clean as possible so that you don't end up with weird, residue and stuff in there. It's very close sunburn. I feel like, well, maybe not. I was gonna say to the purple that I use on my blog. Did I used to use on my blog? I can't claim myself as a blogger anymore. It's a damn shame. Let's yeah, that should be good. Well, yeah, we'll adjust camera like that. Okay. Do I want to start out with the gold? Let's just start out with the three colors on their own and see if they play nicely. I'm hoping this water is warm enough too. I've had it in my room for a little while, but it is winter. Wonder if I need to clean the surface. Sometimes even on the first bullseye, you may want to clean the surface if you see that it's not quite spreading properly, like this. It didn't go all the way to the edges. So I'm just pulling it around and helping to clear off that whole surface. Like that. Let it dry. I would hate changing my blog because it was always so much work. Like you would change one little thing and then you would be like, oh, but then I should change this too. I do miss blogging though. Okay, here we go. Gotta move quickly. See, they're really spreading nicely because they're all three creams. Creams, I would say, are the best finish for water marbling. You're never gonna have like a guarantee, but creams are a good like beginner suggestion. Shimmers and other stuff get to be trickier. Glitters are usually almost impossible. Okay, so that's 12. Oh, on camera, that's really dark. There you go. Let's, ooh, they draw nice. Smooth. Sometimes you'll draw through and, like, one of the problems you'll have with glitters or shimmers is you won't get that smooth line. It gets like, I want to say curdled. That always seems like such a weird word to use for nail polish, but it's fitting so often. But like the line will be wavy even if you have a steady hand. And that's usually due to the polish. This is almost maybe a tiny bit too much polish. I feel like the center is not completely drawing nicely. And you can kind of see how messy it's getting even though I'm trying to keep dipping it in the middle as I go. We'll stick in a couple more petals here and then we'll see how this looks. Probably though, I would want to stick to maybe 9. And we'll put this over the gold, I think. The gold adds like more of a yellow cast to it than I expected. But like the part of it that's not over the gold, they actually are. Like the purple is like a lot sheerer than the other two. The other two are very opaque and very similar. I feel like if I was gonna stick in the other gold, it would be in between them. Like, well, that's not quite on camera. Purple, burgundy, gold, and then red. Red doesn't quite fit. Okay, so let's try that. I'm so tempted with Zoya. I didn't get that Jubilee box. I like was having moments of self-control when that was available, but I really would like the winter collection. I think it's gorgeous. And they make it so easy because they sell like the 2 little, 6 in each set packs. And with like 50% off. I wish that there was a combination of the holiday sets that was like the whole collection. But the holiday sets, because those are like 70% off instead of 50, but the holiday sets are like almost every single one of them I already have. Okay, let's go in the opposite direction too, just because why not? Yeah, the purple is surprisingly sheer. Although I shouldn't say surprisingly because when we were gradienting, we were having trouble getting those tips opaque, weren't we? Oh yeah, the gold plays nice. Gold plays real nice. See now, so 2 rounds would be 8. So 2 more would be 10. Or do I want to end on the gold? Let's do it. That's 11. That's too much. You see how that like didn't even spread out? I shouldn't have, but a partial solution to that is instead of drawing in with the flower, like draw up and down like that. It gives it a little bit of room to breathe and to stretch. It's still like too much polish in the center. If you look closely, you can see where they're like bleeding together compared to the outer rings that are more clean lines. But let's see. We'll stick in some petals. We'll stick in some chevrons. Just to get an idea how these colors go with the gold added in. All right. Wow, the gold like kind of freaking takes over, doesn't it? Ninja. I know, Ninja. I was just talking about that earlier. I mean, I would never ever begrudge him time off, but man, I feel like I miss the porch so much. You know what? I wish they offered their polishes with, you could buy it with either the Z wide or the regular brush, because I'm not paying extra for brushes. I'm just not. Their brush is not that horrible. So let's I'm not feeling this. I think we can agree on that. Not like that. Maybe I could just restrict it to much less gold, like maybe a drop. Or do I want to play with this to see if I can get the colors to balance out a little bit more evenly? Maybe I should see how the 3 colors alone work with the purple as a base color, since the purple is showing up so light here. Let's fold up another strip. Oh, that's nice. I got the code for shipping and a free gift, but I was wondering, I was like, well, does that stack with the other code? Does that stack with the 50% off code? Because if it doesn't, well, who's going to use that? I mean, it just seems... it can add up so quickly, even though they're like, oh, you can, this is a sale and this is a sale over here. Look, they're still expensive and your polish is already not cheap. I try to only ever buy Zoya when I can get a sale on it, because they have so many sales, and otherwise I just feel silly. Avocado green, please. Dr. Crotron, we're not doing thank avocadoing. It's Thanksgiving. Purple as a base. Oh, you're still wet. I need where's the one I usually use? I mean, it doesn't really matter. I kind of hate to mess up a clean lid if I already have a dirty one around. Can I put this so that you guys can kind of see? Maybe if I do like that. Beanie's like, quit trying to squeeze that onto my chair. I better not. Maybe I can set it up here. There, don't step on it, Beanie. Hi. Beanie, look right directly at the camera. He's such a good stream cat. Let's see if this tea is cool enough to drink yet. Oh, barely. Pretty hot. Okay. So just the 3 colors, and we'll see over purple. I think we will stick with purple first. I felt like that was leading to slightly more even rings. And we'll go for 9, I think. It's interesting that it's so sheer, so transparent. And yet in the other one, the other order, the rings, and it's still in this one, it still is. In fact, it's, which one is it? It's this one. It's the lightest red. Well, lightest relatively speaking. That's got such tiny, tiny tight rings. I feel like I would need to compensate for the way the colors are spreading in the design, and I'm not sure what design would properly compensate for that. Maybe a little bit more of a randomy one. See, the purple still takes over. Let's just do this against the white side. Actually, that looks pretty freaking cool. What did I do? That might actually, maybe I shouldn't. Well, let's see if we can recreate that and do it over the purple. Can you guys, try to get this pattern without a bunch of glare. It's very inky. Like if you ever seen ink in water, because it knows it's the best. That could be. Let's see if we can recreate something approximating that. So, I do know it was 9 drops. And I don't always fully count drops if I'm using a nice easy number like 3. I mean, you just know each time you complete a round of all the colors, Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's, 3, 6, 9. Okay, so I did like a couple petals. And then I did like some swirling around. And then maybe like, was that an S curve? That looks similar, not quite as cool. Or maybe the S curve was earlier. I suppose I could go back and check the VOD and see what I actually did. Oh, that's so dark. Oh no. Conundrum. Lunar, that's so sweet. That's wonderful. Aw. I love that. Thank you so much. I'm a little disappointed right now with how dark that is. Like that's like you lose all the water marble. But I kind of want to shift gears to this. I mean, this wouldn't be gilded burgundy. It wouldn't. I don't know what this would be. Let's do I want no, let's just okay. I promise I'll finish the sentence here. Oh no, sunburn. I didn't see that. Yeah, you and Ninja with the acting up mechanical things. Bean's just sleepy. He's so long right now. I barely can fit him in the... It's just the angle he's at. Oh, the tea is so hot. It's so delicious though. Okay. So that's, I'm sorry, it's funny, but it's also so like, oh, why do we love cats again? Like, okay, so when Beanie barfs, and I'll catch him sometimes, and he'll be like, like he's trying to cover it, but like there's nothing to cover it because you did it in the middle of the floor, homie. Like if you knew you were gonna puke, which you do because you like dipped out of here and ran off in the hallway. How about you like puke in your cat box and then you can cover it up just like you want? All I'm saying. So I don't know. Maybe it's a little more sudden than I'm giving them credit for, or maybe cats are assholes. All right. 9 drops and then some swirling and things. Swirling designs are always a little bit tricky. Because you just. Maybe we should go straight to swirling. I liked how that design turned out that time. You do like this, like a lot. And then like a S curve maybe, and then another swirl. And then like a. Oh, it would help to have a strip of paper. I mean, it's not actually a big deal. It's fine if it dries a little bit. I kind of don't recommend it on your nails because I feel like if it's really dry in there when you dip your nails, it's more prone to bubbles. But that's just like my gut feeling on it. It's not like I've sat around and tested the theory. But I do try to like not dawdle longer than necessary because obviously you want to line your nails up properly. You want to select the part of the design that you really like, but also, don't just be sitting there like, just like completely daydreaming. Okay, that's actually pretty similar. And grab the other one. Okay, no, it's not quite as similar as I thought. The first one is still cooler, I feel like. I mean, this is cool. This one is cooler. Maybe I do need to have those couple petals in there first. Let's set this over here. Compulsively checking PC sales. Use the new PC to learn how to build your own car. Easy. Oh, that sucks, sunburnt. Electrical shit's always kind of monk-s, to use the vernacular. Okay, so this time we're going to do like a couple petals, and then we're going to swirl stuff around. We may or may not do an S-curve. There's 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe I didn't wait as long last time. Do you see how this is shrinking here as I'm sitting here? How the rings are actually getting more uneven the longer I wait? That's kind of an important step, is to let your polish settle into what it wants to. Ah. So it was like petal, petal, swirl, swirl, S curve, swirl, S? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, okay, so some people are probably like, what even are you talking about the difference between these? But do you guys like this one is more it's less smooth. It's got more character to it. Please tell me you can see the difference. Please tell me I am not losing my damn mind. Excuse me. I want to try that one more time, or possibly two more times. Because, of course, this is not going to be a same design on each one of my nails type of situation. But I would like to be able to maintain, as we've talked of in the past, consistency across the design as far as it's like distribution of color on the nail and stuff like that. Oh, I'm going to need more Q-tips, I think, before I start. Let me just go do that right now so I don't forget, because that would be me. Oh, just take a difference. I'm not really going anywhere. Except over here. I hear you snoring, Benny. I hope I didn't grab too many to fit in my little... Whoa. Q-tips attacking. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, we'll just use these. They jumped out because they wanted to be used. Benny, you rolling your eyes at me? Okay. Couple more just little tests. Sometimes random designs I find to be harder than like planned matching designs. It's like I said, you don't want it to be like fully you don't want it to be fully random. I mean, I don't. That last one I did though was very, very similar to the first one. Can I? Whoa. Well, see how similar they are? Compared to that one. Okay, clean this out. Nine drops. Nice drops. Like, sometimes you'll catch yourself and like it's not gonna drip. It's not just that you want to force it to drip, it's that if you get that drip to actually fall, it's gonna be like a tiny little drip, and that can make a difference between a normally sized ring and a weird ring. Size does matter. Okay. I think we decided... Oh, I should have waited for it to rest. Petal, petal, petal. Swirl, swirl, swirl. S-curve. Swirl. S-curve. No, that came out too smooth. Did I swirl when I should have S-curved? Oh, look how intense the colors came out too. Not as much purpley. Okay. I'm gonna blame this on not letting the colors settle. And I'm gonna be very careful to let them settle the next time. Because it is possible that can also affect the actual patterns. As if a polish is more dispersed, it's gonna have less resistance to like the orange stick drawing through it, and you might get a little bit more of the dispersal effect. Yeah. Hi, Sparkly. Exactly. It's like, okay, I'm intentionally like trying to do this random. It's not like, okay, draw 8 petals. But you have to have some kind of method to it. Okay, I think we let the polish settle. Settle, settle, settle. Okay. 9 drops. Let the polish settle. I mean, I'm still trying to go like pretty much as quickly as I can building it. But once it's built, just watch. I think you'll be able to see it pretty clearly, especially if you're watching for it. I mean, it's subtle, but it's not like invisible. So okay, it spreads out. Wait a minute. Shrink, 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 shrink. And see how the other, as the center one is shrinking in, that means it's also pulling the ones around it back in. And that in particular is where that stretching of the purple rings happens. Okay, so now let's do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, S, swirl, S. I'm getting like almost what I want. I don't like that though. I'm gonna dip it out though, because why not? I've got plenty of paper. That's closer. See, like this little, that's what I love in the other designs, is those parts where the design is not smooth. It's kind of un-watermarbly, actually. It's more like the other kinds of marbling that are more organic, like drip marbling. Thank you, Sparkly. Yeah, they're the colors that I used. I don't remember if you were here on Saturday's stream, but for the gradient, and I thought I'd see if they watermarble together, and they do. They don't look quite like how I expected, but I'm liking what's coming out. So maybe one more strip of tests, and then we'll do a manicure. Because I mean, all this testing could be in vain. I could do it perfectly 2 times in a row and get to my nails and fuck it up, because that happens all the time. All the freaking time. And then I need to dig out a white to use for my base color. Alright, surface is clear. Okay. And there's the polished bottle ASMR for you guys. All right, give it a breath. Okay. Why? Dr. Crotron. It sounds cool, but it's also one of those things like, wait a minute, why though? Hey. It's a combination of swirls and S curves, but I don't think it's always going to be in the same order because the polish is going to be different every time because swirling does that. Ooh, that's a big bubble. Be pissed if that was on my nail. And somehow I'm still not getting as much purple as these other ones. Maybe, okay. Maybe we need one more purple. Because, I mean, now, I mean, it's no longer burgundy gilded. I mean, the star of this is the purple. Yeah, I mean, are you sure you can't find what you want? Is the thing. Because it's like, I mean, I'm a creative person. I'm all for creating, but some stuff it's like, man, that might be a little bit more trouble than actually it's worth. I mean, that sounds intimidating. I mean, that sounds like science-y. Of course, you're a doctor. Maybe it doesn't sound as intimidating to you. Damn it, the sun is still ping creeping in here. I gotta close this the rest of the way. All right, you got to stream it, obviously. Make sure somebody has your actual contact number, so if you blow yourself up with science, somebody can call 911 in your local jurisdiction. I shouldn't be so flip. Is it that dangerous? It's not like blow up stuff dangerous, is it? Because if it's blow up stuff dangerous, then I'm going to have to raise my level of objection. If it's just like waste a bunch of money and possibly end up with unusable sludge dangerous, then, I mean, be careful, but go ahead and do it. Yeah, oh, that takes too long. Who wants to fuck around with that? As I'm sitting here testing Watermarble. Okay. 1, 2, swirl, S curve, swirl. There it is. There we go. I've discovered, I think, what my problem was. Part of it. That's a little bit big, but that's getting more toward the... When I was finishing my S-curve, I was swirling in the opposite direction of the first swirl, and I think I want to go in the similar direction to the first swirl. So, that's what we're going to do. Maybe 1 or 2 more petals. It's really very interesting, though. Let me get these out of the way here for a moment, because I'm not going to need them, and I'm not going to need this gold at all. You have plastic spoons. They're probably a lot like... in fact, maybe coarse plastic spoons. I don't know. These weren't super expensive. Do I not have one out? I mean, some people do use spoons. This is what I have to use. This is a swatch stick is usually the term. It's a little fake nail on a stick. Did I tell you guys the super frustrating problem that I ran into? So, like, the label maker stuff is 1/2 inch wide. These swatch sticks, I forget exactly, I want to say 7/16 of an inch wide, aka 1/16 narrower. I think I did, because somebody said, oh, it's not that bad, you'll get used to trimming them, because that's what I have to do. I was just so shocked. That's another project I need to wrap up and prepare for, because like I said, I would really, goal is to start doing swatches of my collection, that whole project that we discussed before, no later than the new year. That means that I need to finalize and decide what I'm going to do as far as the labels, if I'm going to be trimming, or what exactly that looks like. I need to finish some of the other stuff, and I need to I need to order the cabochons, because I really would like to do that project at the same time. Okay, so let's wipe up some of this water here. I'm holding out. I mean, at this point, I might as well wait until Friday. Even though it doesn't appear that the camera set that I'm looking at is going to be any cheaper on Friday than it is today. It's already on sale, like $50 off. And there's some other deals that appear better, but they're on other sites. And the site that I'm looking at is the site that I have a rather large gift card for. So, I mean, that's the site I'm going to be shopping at. So soon you guys won't hear me complaining about, well, let's do this challenging guessing game shit with my camera of how long are you going to record and are you going to stay at all steady. I'm just I know I'm off camera, you guys, I'm sorry. I'm just swiping my nails with some acetone as usual. To make sure they are fully clean and dry, especially for water marbling. Mine, it's hard to visualize quite how large mine will be when it's completed. Um, I really, and my, I have a, I've gotten better at working during the day with streams on. Streams can be good to have in the background. Streams can also be very distracting. I have a bad habit in the evening of just like kicking back and watching a stream when I definitely could and should still be multitasking. And so I'm really trying lately to be productive in the evenings and try and get some shit organized. I've made like super super minor progress, but it's progress. Minor progress is still progress, y'all. Don't ever forget it. If you're working on anything, don't forget it. Okay. So, we'll start out with the lovely ready for takeoff as usual. And we'll be trying to have a really good plan so that we get everything recorded before the camera turns off. What lump is on here? There we go. Starting off with clean dry nails, we're going to begin with the base coat. I'm using Ready for Takeoff, which is a peel off base, and you can use whichever is your personal favorite. My cuticles look kind of rough. It's winter and it sucks. I need to like give them more attention than I gave them in between this manicure and the last one. Oh, there we go. I don't think that was even quite a minute. That's nice sometimes too, Sparkly. I can definitely relate to that. Like, streams are almost universally for me super relaxing. Like, I mean, not all streams out there are, but I mean, I don't usually hang out in super angry streams. Like more, I'm usually more of a chill. Like let's just chill out a little bit here. Of course, sometimes those streams, depending on what's being streamed, can turn angry. If and when speedrunning is involved. Because, man, speedrunning can piss you off like nothing else. But Twitch has become like my background. Like, I don't generally have the radio on. I barely ever turn on my TV anymore for TV. And like, if I'm gonna treat Twitch like a radio, then I can't just like plunk myself in front of it and zone out when I'm supposed to be working. I've seen paint pours before, Sparkly. I've not seen like a live stream of one, but I shouldn't be at all surprised that they exist because, I mean, why wouldn't they? I bet that's so freaking cool. I've been wanting to try that. Makes me think of like, I mean, it's not necessarily always the same thing. I mean, I guess maybe partly it is fluid art. I think fluid art, if they're calling it that, is more likely to be more of the cell forming type of paint pouring. But I don't know as far as like on the artwork side, but that's something I've been wanting to try on nails. But it's something that generally there are some non-decal techniques, but like from what I've seen, especially as random as the patterns would be, I think I'd prefer to make decals because then I could pick like the good parts to actually do a manicure with. But I haven't been up for long drawing decals lately. Yeah. I know there are also the kind, and it probably, now that I think about it, probably does like fall under fluid art. But if you if you Google like hashtag fluid art on Instagram, a lot of what you see right now is the. I'm not talking to you, Google. I'm sorry. That caught me off guard. A lot of I was talking about with the cell forming, but the kind where I like what I'm picturing is I remember one that I saw was like just a white kind of tower and like a square around it, and oh dang it, oh no, it's okay. And they would just like take and continue pouring on the top of the tower different colors, and it would run down the sides, and then it would run down like the square that was laid down all around it. It was really freaking really cool. Yeah, resin also. And a lot of what, and to my understanding, a lot of like the cell stuff is like with silicone, and I was looking at it, and some of the silicone sprays people were using, I was like, this says right on it, super toxic, don't let it touch your skin. I don't think I want to use that. So I went and I found one that was just like a more of a generic silicone thing. It wasn't like this heavy duty like spray thing. It was just like this little dropper thing with the intention of doing some fluid art, and guess who hasn't done any fluid art yet? So there's that. But eventually, one day. Oh, we didn't. Let's get out a white for base color. Is this purity? Yeah. Oops. Don't get pinched in there. Oh, this stupid... Okay, get from under there. The dang stupid cord to the dang stupid LED lamp. Yeah, almost like a visual ASMR. Like Bob Ross or something, too. Just mellow completely out. And relax. Because here, there are no mistakes. Only happy Actually, we did just have a happy accident. I shouldn't be mocking Bob Ross. It's complete gospel. This isn't what we set out to do here. This was not the plan. This squiggly purple looking Watermarble thing. Oh no, that's not the good one. Well, that's one of the okay ones. These three are the real squiggly ones. Yeah. Squiggle. It's a very technical term, if you were wondering. Okay, let's get another drink here, and then we'll get this base color on. Okay. Oh, I should probably go over all the colors too. Okay. In that case, I should probably get them in order. And where I can read them. Okay. I should zoom you guys back. You guys have to wait. I'm sorry. I'll zoom you back in. The colors that I'll be using today are from Zoya. As I knock everything the fuck over. Okay, let's just take that moment now and just zoom you guys back in. Like that. That should be good. Okay. Let's try that again. A little bit let's klutz this time. The colors that I'm going to be using today are all from Zoya. The purple is Lydia. The burgundy is Claire. The dark red is Courtney. And for my base color, I'll be using purity. Alright, here. Purity is fairly opaque. It's not like 100% opaque. If I were wearing it on its own, I'd want to do a second coat. But it is really nice for water marbles. I mean, depending on what you're using for your water marble color, how necessarily opaque the base color is may or may not matter as much. But with how translucent that purple is, I'm glad that this is as opaque as it is. What was that? Oh. What the? Oh. I dislodged that earlier. I was like, Beanie is right here. He's not messing with anything currently. I'm hearing stuff moving around. Or it could be ghosts. I'm not particularly superstitious, but neither am I completely unsuperstitious. So I don't know about ghosts. That's a little wonky. Let's do like that. Thank you, Sparkly. Okay, let's make sure these are out of the way. Let's not bonk our nails. Missing a ladle. Thought I saw a little hair in there, but it disappeared. So I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, well, sometimes little things end up, getting kept in the tutorials like bloopers or stuff. But I try to keep them like focused on being informative. Because sometimes I feel like if I get too casual, then I just like forget things. Also, I kind of started training myself to speak more clearly so that the auto captions are a little bit better. Like when I would, and it's a project I still would like to go back to, and it's another project people are like, well, why couldn't you just hire somebody to do that? Like, I want to do it myself. I want to do it. I don't trust anybody else to do it properly. Is the captions on my videos is actually adding manual captions. And what I was doing was using the auto captions for a starting point. And it was like, holy crap, I mumble. Like, these auto captions are ridiculous. And so I kind of started like, trying to enunciate better and just speak in a generally clear tone. And it's like, it's a delicate line between being real conscious of it and like, I feel like sounding like a robot. Like, what you guys see, I don't have a script to my tutorials. I try to just be as clear and descriptive about what I'm doing as I'm doing it without turning into like robot Colette. I mean, professional Colette is fine. Robot Colette, I would prefer, that's not the impression. Well, didn't quite dribble on myself. If I was a ladle, where would I be? I did some, and then it was like, it's one of those things. It's not difficult, but I don't like. It feels like homework. Like, you already do so much to get a video up, stuff that is like more upfront. Like, it's not just like you upload the video and then it's done. There's like the description, and I try to make sure to include everything in the description, and different settings behind the scenes. Anybody that's uploaded to YouTube knows what I'm talking about, and I usually just like call it the metadata. And then it's like captions, because since I don't have a script, captions are literally, number one, sitting there and watching the video and listening to my own voice, which I'm used to at this point. I mean, I do my own editing, of course. But it's not like my favorite thing ever. And then it just like, you think, oh, it's a 5-minute video. Captions will take 5 minutes. No. They're, for some reason, I don't know. Maybe if I like really spend some time on it, I could get better, and I would be able to not like have to like, keep rewinding the video and, really amp up my typing skills. I mean, I think I've probably lost like about 20 words per minute since I'm not like in an office anymore. I think I'm only at like about 70 or something now. So I can't like quite talk or quite type at talking pace. But I tried to do like some of my most popular videos, and for a while I was like keeping up with my uploads, but no, it's a challenge. It's another, like I said, my to-do list is so long of things to do. I mean, catching up on Instagram, catching up on the blog, closed captioning my videos, all these things are like important, useful things. And then like they get pushed out of the way because I feel like, getting up a new tutorial is more important, or I've worked enough today and I would like to play Hollow Knight. But, wait. Oh, you found it. I was like, wait a minute. I just saw the gravy is your fave and you were worried. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, Sparkly, there's like no... And what reward there is kind of like an invisible reward. Like, I know that I'm making it more accessible to people. I also know that closed captions are counted towards search results. So it's good for all that, like, behind the scenes searchability stuff. It's just like, I really struggle with it. It's one of those, you should be doing this. And I'm like, well, yeah, I know, but I'm not. I would say like just the editing part of it, if it goes smoothly and I'm lucky, it takes at least like an hour. Then you have to export it out of the editor, which usually doesn't take too long. Then while it's uploading to YouTube, I like to at least watch it through completely like one time and make sure that like I haven't done a complete brain fart, like forget to add music, which I did last time. I'm like uploading it, it's almost complete, and I get to the first sped up segment and it's silent. And I'm like, oh, like, just complete brain fart. Hi, Greedo. So, I don't usually, like, sit and watch it. I'll have it playing while I'm doing something else, but I still can notice when something is hugely wrong. I mean, I try to be super, super careful when I'm editing so I don't have to do that. But then, also sometimes before editing, maybe there's something, like, if I want to, like, picture-in-picture in a video, my regular editor that I actually like won't do that, so I have to go in Photoshop Elements and do that part of it. Oh god, do I have mod in chat? I probably don't. Yeah. Bye, dude. The fuck? What was the point of that? I mean, does anybody understand trolls? You're banned in 5 seconds. Maybe I should mod Sunburnt. Have you learned how to use your mod powers yet, son? You're always here. I haven't VIP'd anybody either. So nobody has the diamond next to their name. Oh, Dr. Crotron was here. You were lurking a little bit. Just a troll. Just a troll. Also, what's with the trolls that, like, say hi before they start their trolling? I mean, like... It's so weird. Okay, let's not talk about the troll anymore. But it's just so weird to me. Yeah. Oh, blah. Okay. Like my feelings aren't hurt because you're an asshole and you typed some mean shit. Like there are days when maybe it would hurt my feelings, but like that shit I don't think is ever gonna hurt my feelings. But the reason it throws me off is because I literally just am so baffled. Like I don't the like sometimes you disagree with somebody, you're like, oh, I see how you could have that, opinion or whatever. But trolls, like I just literally don't get it. I'm so confused. Oh. You were working on a report for work. Dr. Crotron, you've had to work so much. It's the night before. It's Thanksgiving Eve, Dr. It's Thanksgiving Eve, sir. Do you still have to work? Yeah. But see, the thing is, like I said hi to him. Your day could have been wonderful, dude, if you're still lurking. You could have joined a wonderful community instead of being an asshole. I mean, do they get off on being banned? Like, oh my god, I'm banning. Oh. Like, I don't get it. Okay. We're gonna Watermarble now, you guys. We're gonna simply peel, you guys. I've been thinking, and I don't think I'm gonna do it this time because I'm not sure if I could properly record it. Like, watermarbling uses so much simply peel. I wonder if I could do like a hybrid tape and simply peel type of situation. Like that South Park episode where it was all whose dad was it that was the school troll? He's sitting in his study with wine going, yes. And then he would oh. Yeah. Yeah, Stan's dad. No, it was Kyle's dad. It was Kyle's dad. Fuzzy's backing me up. What's up, Fuzzy? It was Kyle's dad sitting because his mom comes and she goes, "What are you doing, Gerald?" And he I miss South Park. The new season started at like the beginning of October, and I haven't watched any of it because I don't watch TV anymore. Yes. Thank God I had just swallowed Sunburn. Oh my God. Lord. Okay. Giggle Boss complete. Okay, let's Oh, I was going to show you guys. I was thinking, like, what if I did tape around the sides and the front like I used to, and then just simply peeled, like, the knuckle, where is usually the problem, which is what made me hate tape. But I don't think I'm going to do it today. Yeah. No, I have every intention of going either on demand or on their website or something and getting caught up with this season, because sometimes I feel like, oh, you're not as good as you used to be, South Park, but I still will enjoy it and laugh my ass off from time to time. So I should make some time for that. That's what I should have done last night when wasn't nobody fucking streaming. Next, I'm going to protect around my nails. I'm using Next, I'm going to protect around my nails. I'm using Simply Peel. And you can use whatever barrier of your choice, or you can skip it, but I don't recommend that as it makes it a lot messier. Because that's always a question. Oh, do you have to do that? Well, no, you don't have to, but probably you're going to regret it if you don't. And I probably should go down a little farther because I always seem to dip a little further into the cup than really is necessary. Ooh, there you go, camera. Well, I got like a finger and a half. That should be enough. The challenging part is possibly going to be the Watermarble. I'm going to need to really pay attention to like what points would make a good natural break where I can manually turn it off and restart it. instead of just, you know, waiting for it to fail. And I tend to leave like a small little gap around the side of each finger. Can I, oops. There, that kind of shows it. Well, it's starting to dry from the edges too, so it's not quite as wide as it appears. But that helps to keep from having to either like snip the latex or have trouble with it peeling off in one piece and like touching on the marble design. It acts as a natural spot where you can, if there's any parts touching, break it, or where it's just not touching in the first place, and you can just start your peel from right there. And then we'll need to just let this dry for a couple minutes. It doesn't take very long. And my Simply Peel is doing so well. Haven't had any weird gunkiness problems with the bottle lately. Lurking while making pies. I just saw that. Yum. I have skipped it, son, but I've regretted it every time. Sometimes just like out of complete. Well, you saw I just about started watermarbling right here and forgot to do it. Yeah, because that's where my fingers usually stick too, Sparkly. I'm gonna try it, but I would like to be able to fully explain to people on YouTube without my camera being like, nah. So maybe for Christmas. This has been kind of fun to use the colors from one design as an inspiration for a water marble. I could maybe incorporate that somehow into 12 Days of Christmas. But what do I do if they don't play as nicely as these colors happen to do? I mean, this was a very happy accident that these actually, spread out decently in the water together and no weird super weird stuff happened. I mean, I suppose I could work backwards. I could pick colors for a water marble and then also do a regular manicure with them. Excuse me. God, that actually didn't sound very good. I better not fucking be getting sick. Leave the house for one day, go in a place with actual people and get sick. I would be so pissed off because I was at the car dealership yesterday. Okay. Almost dry here. I'm thinking, I mean, these are pretty full cups. I'm thinking probably we can just do 2 cups per hand. So that would be a 3-finger and a 2-finger dip. So dipping the thumb either with the index nail or the pinky. Usually I would consider the pinky the easier option. And then you just dip your 3 middle fingers all together. Because there's plenty of, well, I don't want to stick them together yet, but there's plenty of room for 3 fingers there. The cold that can't be more perfect. Wait, since what part of a cold is perfect? You forgot words. Words are important, Fuzzy. Oh, perfect timing. Yeah, as in like not perfect timing, as in hi, it's the holidays and I got shit to do. I do the same. One time, I think it was in Jerry's. I meant to put I can't agree more, and I only put I can't agree. And then we like went on this whole thing, and I was like, why is he like arguing with me like I disagree with him? And then I looked up, I was like, oh, and then I was like, I didn't mean that. Like, no, I do agree with you. I can't agree more. Not I don't agree. Mm. Yeah, I'm kind of sleepy too. I should have gone to bed a little bit earlier last night, I think, because I had to wake up slightly earlier than normal this morning. Okay, let's get these polishes back open. In preparation here, let's get a tweezer for our latex. This one. So, like I said, I'm not switching the cup because that was a disaster before. It's not that bad. It's not like a ton of different colors. I wasn't testing a ton of different colors that I didn't end up using, so it's not like the cup looks all weird. I mean, it's obviously been used, but it's not too bad. Oh, that's too close for the... I'll zoom you guys out just a little bit. Of course, we're gonna have to make sure this is well lined up. Oh, come on, don't do like that. I'm not looking forward to learning a new camera, but I am looking forward to a working camera. Oh, come on. Come on. There. It's like my camera has a lazy eye. It's like it'll be on something and then it'll start to like drift off to the side. It's super awkward. We'll do like that. That should be good for you guys. Full of caffeine. Alright, so probably maybe after the bullseye, after it's spread a tick, I can do a start stop. And maybe after the design before the dip, I can do a start stop. Oh, still gotta go to Target. Oops, not. Wait a minute. Are you off center or is the cup off center? I think the fucking camera. Please just. Okay. Okay, so now I need to adjust this again. More like that. Hey, Luke. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Oh, Bean snores. Sweet, adorable boy with his bald spots on full display. Oopsie. Glad I wasn't recording yet. Ha. Hold on a minute, guys. Okay. Him, Luke. Him. You sunburnt. Him, Luke. Dr. Crotron! Yes, you're a lip reader. Shit, I better keep that in mind going forward. Dr. Crotron, are you home yet? You're not still. Please tell me you're not still on the road, dude. On Thanksgiving Eve. Not on the road, but working. Sparkly, he got in a fight and he had a couple injuries, and I had to trim the fur back so that I could keep an eye on him. And they're really, it's kind of hard to, like, I mean, you can't closely tell. Hi there, I'm just checking you. They healed up so nicely. Which is, I miss Troll. See, Dr. Crotron, even doctors miss words, y'all. I'm pretty sure he missed a Y there. Yeah, they've got a little bit of stubble. Pumpkin pie in the oven. Yeah, he was laying really low for several days, Sparks. I think he was just like, it kind of reminded me of the time that Frisky had a stroke, which I don't know if I've ever told that story because Frisky isn't even around now, but she basically had a stroke and she laid down on top of the heater vent and did not move for about a week. And we thought she was gonna die. We were just kind of like waiting, and then after a few days, and it was like, well, okay, she's not dead. What are we gonna do here? She just won't move. And started feeding her like a water mixed food slurry. I was ready to squirt it down her throat, but I threatened her, and then she ate it. And a little bit more than a week later, she started hobbling around again, and a couple weeks after that, she was back to normal. And Beanie wasn't quite that bad, but like for a couple days, he was definitely like in healing only mode. Yeah, what a nice stretch. You gonna stay? Just curl up in a different slightly position? Oh yeah. Oh, so cozy. We have evolved into round form. I'll try to wrap up so you can go to Target, Sunburnt. Okay. Petal, petal. Swirl S. Swirl S. Swirl. Alternation. Okay. As usual for water marbling, I'm working in a 5-ounce paper cup filled with room temperature filtered water, and I'll be starting out by adding 9 drops. Oh, no, 10 drops. Shit. 10 drops. Because we're ending with purple, right? Hold on. Accessing memory. Yeah, ending with purple. 10 drops. Okay. This, in fact, I should move this a little bit. Because I don't like having to bend. I prefer being able to look in the top like this, and when it was scooted a little bit further, I could not actually. So let's just adjust this like. This should be good. Oops. Come on there. Okay. Yeah, Frisky lived to be... Okay, I've had Beanie for 5 years. So Frisky lived to be 22. The stroke was not even like the last of the weird stuff that happened to her. I had to give her fluids for like the last 2 years of her life because she was having is it liver or kidney that makes them get all dehydrated, and it was like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to get over my fear of needles. Cranberries, dressing ready, potatoes, dessert dips. I love dessert dips. I think they're so fun. Yeah, I had her since I was 10. She was like the cat that I grew up with, and she was like 6 pounds, dripping wet. I mean, she was like the littlest, small little cat. Calico, polydactyl, like 1 toe away from being fucking more toes than the world record holder polydactyl cat. Okay. Let's try this again. 10 drops. 10 drops of color. Oh, come on, camera. Okay. As usual, for a water marble, I'm working in a 5-ounce paper cup filled with room temperature filtered water. And I'm going to begin by adding 10 drops of polish. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Because I never know when I'm only going to get 40 seconds, and I never know when I'm going to get like 140 seconds. Okay, we're going to let this spread. We're going to let this contract. Come on, do your contracting. It's not contracting as much because I finished with purple. That's interesting. Okay, we're going to stop the camera. We're going to restart the camera. And if I was doing a more traditional water marble design, I might worry a little bit more about this part. But because I want things to be kind of wiggly, I don't think it should be a problem. Once you've completed your bullseye, you can draw on your design. I'm going to be doing kind of a random design, but still trying to keep it consistent between all my nails. And I'll be dipping, well, they'll see I paused too long. I don't like pausing that long. Plus the camera's fucking tripping out. Whoa, sorry, bumped the mic there. Oh, this is awkward. Okay, here we go. It's not bad. I mean, it's good. See here, even the fingers don't stick together as much when you leave that little that little barrier or that little gap. Okay. Let's zoom in here, please. Oh, come on, camera. Okay, that works. Oh, come on, just stop jittering. Just stay fucking still. Whoa. Alright. See, I should have used a little bit more. Whoops. Latex. I should have gone lower. I said I should go lower and I didn't. Oh, come on here. See, and sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I've been having really nice peels and sometimes I've been having really stubborn peels. I feel like, oh no, get out of there. I feel like the tape would help with that. Come on here. Alright. So, I really like... Let me zoom in here. This index nail. Oh, it's really dark. The camera's not cooperating. It's got like this really awesome wiggle in it though. I like them all. Excuse me, I definitely like them all. Let's get back here. Trixie is a polydactyl. Yeah, I kind of wanted to get another poly, but like I kept looking and I didn't find one, and I found Bean instead. And I mean, I can't imagine not having Bean. Bean is absolutely my cat. Yeah, because they originated as desert animals. I did know that. Yeah, and they really look a lot different. Anybody that hasn't seen, let me see if I can quickly find that picture. Um, and show you guys. Okay. Can I just? I'm not positive this will work, but will this? Yeah, I think you guys should be able to. These are the same colors used in that gradient. They have a completely different personality in this water marble. Like really super completely. We're gonna do another one. We're gonna do the thumb and pinky together. And I'll see if I can turn on the camera once things stop spreading out again. Excuse me. I have to go take some vitamin C. Ooh, I love that. I love that. Oh, it's weird on camera. I love it though. And I want that part on my thumb. I hope I got it. I hope. Whoa. Let's move these bottles out of the way before I knock things over. Thumb and pinky can be awkward. Oh, it's so dark and awesome. But with the good purple still showing through. I think I'm doing my coats too thin again of my Simply Peel. Because I had solved this problem for a little bit, and now I'm kind of having it again. And I think it's a problem I didn't used to have because my latex was kind of, it was on the thick side, so it was almost impossible to apply it too thinly. Get off my tweezers. All right, let's take a moment to clean up. And my rule is if it's on the skin, I try to get it with a Q-tip because the Q-tip can actually help to pick up the color. And if it's around the cuticle, then I use the cleanup brush because you need that precision. But you can see how much is getting picked up by the Q-tip, and that keeps it from just becoming like a really messy stain on your fingers. There goes the camera. Batteries suck. I mean, like, it seems like they only behave well and new for such a short period of time. And then, like, to get proper licensed ones is so expensive. But if you don't, you always are, like, worried, like, oh my god, it's just gonna blow up my device because I got a cheap-ass battery. Oh, let's zoom in here a little closer. And shit! When did I do that? Oh no! 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 Oh. Oh. God damn it! Okay. Oh. Dr. Crunch. Why? I know. That's like literally though. Okay. Okay. We're on emergency nail surgery. I'm assuming it was when I was cleaning my hand upward like this that at some point I like it's probably one of these little marks right here. There's like 3 little marks and one of them at least is probably this fucking nail. Oh! Okay, so what we're going to do here is nail surgery, nail repair, polish surgery. God, what the hell? I'm so thrown off by this. Like, a lot of the times I recognize my klutzy moment. I'm like, oh my god, I messed up my manicure. I went to start doing some shit and was like caught off guard, and that just hurt me just a little bit more. Hey, Musical. We were going along real smoothly until this shit right here happened. God. And like a huge part of me, okay, is tempted to re-add more white because I can see a little bit of the nail tip in certain spots. I'm not listening to that voice. That voice is sabotage. I don't need more white. Look, you look at that, what do you see? You see white. You don't see, oh, it's a slightly uneven. No, it's white. You don't need to add that. The less you fuck with this sort of a thing, the happier you will be. You came back to bad things, Ninja. We had an accident. I know. Okay, leave me alone. I know my antivirus is expired. Yes, it's a tragedy. We're gonna turn it around though. I'm just do I have a little yeah, this is still here. Candy corn. Ha ha ha. Okay. We're just gonna use this as a little palette. We're gonna get some of each color out. I've got my small brush. I need to get out my new nail art brushes that I got because I'm pretty sure those sets have a better brush than what I currently have right here. We're trying to do thin. I'm trying to get this so you guys can see. Thin coat. Like, remember, Watermarble is like 1 coat of polish. Just find... like, try to follow the pattern. So right there, we've got some red. Don't let your brush get dried out, because that'll make it harder. We've got some more red, like here. this side area too. I think some of this is the darker burgundy right here. You can also, if you put too much polish, you can kind of use a clean brush to pick up a little bit of it. Like that. I don't know, I'm off camera. I'm sorry, it's hard to be close enough so you guys can see and also stay still enough to stay in frame. A little bit more red there, a little bit more burgundy there, and on the very edge here, I think purple. Oh no, extra hair, get out of there. Okay. Like you're not gonna fully recapture the subtleties of a Watermarble pattern. You're not, so just accept that. But you don't have to start all over with this nail. Alright, so add in a little bit of the purple. Like that. And then in between that purple, we just added a little bit more burgundy. And right here also. Okay. It's not flawless, but it's like, huh? and top coat, of course, will smooth it all out too. But you guys see how I just kind of go with how the pattern is already wanting to go. You don't have to match it exactly. You just got to kind of like blend it in there. God, it's so dark. It's hard to get. There we go. So, emergency nail surgery complete. Yeah, and it's, I mean, like, I obviously, of course I can tell, because of course I can. But like once top coat is on there, it's gonna be so minor. It's not even, my heart stopped for a minute. My heart is back to beating normal speed. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. And like some patterns, the thing is, okay, so some of the Watermarble, let me turn off the camera because camera time is precious. Some parts of the Watermarble you are not going to be able to duplicate, but you don't have to fill in what's missing exactly the same as what was there. You just have to flow off of the surrounding designs. Does that make sense? I hope it makes, you guys are super excellent at understanding me, so I'll just assume that it makes sense. And if you have questions, feel free to ask down in the comments. I feel like I say that I probably do say that damn near every video. Alright, we're going to do some regular brush cleanup now. As we were going to when we realized that tragedy had struck. And this napkin like isn't super dirty yet. So I'm wiping my brush off on my other napkin, which is off to the side. If I'd already managed to get it super dirty, which sometimes I do, especially like taking off the latex, then I probably would just go ahead and wipe my brush right on the napkin on screen, like I did last time. I don't know, that's kind of what informs that decision. Like if the napkin's already gone to shit, then why make any extra effort toward it? If the napkin is still good, then it keeps me in a clean enough space to not have to replace it, I guess, without unnecessarily making it dirty. Oh, Music Gal's gonna go lurk. Oh, on the drive home. And yes, enjoy your lurk, Music Gal. Thank goodness for Nightbot communicating when I am unable to. Oh, I forgot. I have new Nightbot commands, you guys. Oh no, Luke. Luke, I hope your boss is cool. What you do is you just you go, oh my god, just found this sitting in my outbox. Oops. We have new Nightbot commands, you guys. Cause somebody who I'm sorry that I don't remember who you were, but look, I took your suggestion to heart. Somebody asked if there was a bean counter. And I said, well, there's not, but there could be. God, this goddamn camera. The new commands are ! Hi bean and ! Bye bean. So we can count not only when he joins us, but we can count when he dips out on us. Yeah, the day before Thanksgiving is always like a weird day in offices. It's like anybody that possibly in the world can get the fuck out of there has already done so. Ninja, were you unaware of the Doma command? I stole it. I didn't make that up. I'm not that skilled with the ASCII art, if that's what that counts as. I stole it from Zephyros's chat. I don't even know who to give proper credit to. Her chat just be she's got a Doma and a Domo command, but I mean obviously it's Doma. Have been. I mean, memes and ASCII spam are public domain, right? Like, who owns that ASCII spam of the penis? Nobody ever gives credit for that when they come spam it in your channel. If anybody ever comes and spams that in my channel, mods, you only have to time them out. You don't have to ban people for penis spam. only ban people for assholery. If any of you are around next time when I need you. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. I was like, don't say that, they'll feel bad. No, it was easy. If I had been like in the middle of Hollow Knight, I probably would have waited a little while longer because I was pretty sure Doc was lurking. But I mean, since I wasn't in the middle of anything, like chat's fucking right there. Like, dude, you're not staying around a minute longer. Oops. I love the thinking chicken. Maybe one day we'll have a thinking bean. I would like to. I don't know. We'll see. Plans and plans. I can't decide if I want to just like use his picture as like a permanent meme. Oop, now see here. This is another opportunity. See how it's kind of white there? Like I removed the layer of Watermarble and the base color showing through. I'm just going to take my little small brush again and the purple and just like super lightly. Like that. See how much nicer that looks? Super huge difference, obviously. No, it's one of those minor little tricks. It's like Bob Ross says about things that if it's not there, your eye will realize something's wrong without knowing what. Somebody might not be able to look at your manicure and say, oh, it's that little piece of white on the corner there. It's obviously out of place. but subconsciously they, and of course you, I mean, it's not even subconscious with you. You know it's wrong. You always know all your own manicure flaws best, of course. We'll just finish cleaning this up a little bit more, and then we will latex up our other hand. Oops. And sometimes, like, if you just try to clean up the white, you can get into a thing like cutting your own bangs where all of a sudden you got a half an inch of a cuticle gap. So either just stop yourself where you're ahead, or do what you want and then go back and fill in with color. Don't just keep trying to even it up and, oh, now you got too much color off and you can see the white, and oh, now you got too much white off and it's uneven, and oh, now you got too much color off and you can see the white, and go on back and forth. Dang, okay. I'm a klutz. Okay, so for this little ding here, which, I mean, I'm talking about just this little white dent here. I don't even know what I knocked into again. For that one, I think I'm just going to use Burgundy. We'll see how that looks, because it's in a really dark spot. So if I just do like that, well, you can still see the divot. It'll smooth out once top coat is there. You can no longer see the white spot. It's a little tiny white spot right there. That might actually be a little popped bubble. We're going to have to be real careful with that this manicure too, you guys. Bubbles are always an issue, but bubbles with a dark marble with a white base, see, like right here, this little bubble, are the worst. So we're just gonna, there. Oops. Camouflage. Got a couple little, and I find bubbles and press them flat. That's like all I do if I end up with bubbles in my manicure, and then I cross my fingers. Sometimes if they start to rise through your top coat, but they're not like actually leaving a white spot behind, sometimes just a second layer of top coat can help them settle out. If they do actually leave like a white spot behind, I'd recommend like a dab of polish and then a second layer of top coat. You don't have to have camera sunburnt. All you need is your a device good enough to play Hollow Knight, and you can play Hollow Knight, and you don't have to show a camera with your face. The computer will just capture. You can just capture Hollow Knight. Excuse me. And then we can all come hang out and watch you play. Okay, let's back you guys up a little bit. And oh, actually I don't need that yet. I need Simply Peel. Let's actually try it with this hand. We're not going to be recording this hand, so let's try the tape Simply Peel combo. My tape is dusty. I haven't used it in years. No, that's not true. I mean, I use tape for other stuff, but man, this tape is dusty. I think, in fact, I'm going to get rid of this whole, like, the part that's stretched out is so covered. Well, you can't really see it on camera. It's so covered in dust. I don't think I'm even going to just use that strip. I'm just going to get rid of that. So I just need, like, small pieces. Like, I want to do, like, the sides. So, like, right next to the nail, around the tip, and then down the other side of the nail. Like that. And see, the knuckle's still free. So the knuckle would be the part that we would simply peel. Like that. Yeah, but you're gonna look on Black Friday and find an amazing deal, Sunburned. Everybody sends Sunburned and Ninja good Black Friday computer deal vibes. God, is this tape thing almost gone? It is. I hope I have another roll in my desk somewhere. Oh, it's kind of awkward getting this last piece off. It does make your hands... Oh, this tape really is almost gone. It definitely does make your hands a little bit more awkward. Even though I can flex my fingers. I mean, I've got, you know, this sticking off. Now, I could do a pinch and fold. That makes things a little bit easier. Then they're not as... And I've still got the flexibility. Actually, yeah, that worked pretty good. Pinch and fold. Very, very technical name that I just came up with on this instant. And that didn't really go around very well, but we'll fix that with the Simply Peel. So then, okay, so the cuticle is bare. So we're going to go from the tape around the cuticle and on the knuckle. Like that. And that's much less Simply Peel used, too. And if anyone has like a little short piece of tape, let's do like that. This will be interesting to see. Budget is now negative 1,500. That's so messed up about your car, Ninja. I could feel you too. I had a poor car experience also. Hasn't cost me any money yet, but I'm pretty... I'd say even odds that it could cost me money, and I don't know how much. So, cars suck. What was the second thing? I know you said your car was making like a super horrible noise. What did it turn out to be? My problem right now is that my all-wheel drive stopped working, and without all-wheel drive, my car is a rear-wheel drive vehicle, which, I mean, I can deal with, but I'd really rather have all-wheel drive. I mean, with the all-wheel drive, it wasn't shit that could stop me all winter, every winter. Oh, struts. So I make the appointment online, and I add in that, you know, this service all-wheel drive thing is on, and I get there and they're like, oh, there's not anybody here that can do that. I'm like, I put on my appointment that this is part of what I needed done in addition to an oil change. And they're like, well, to do that now, you'd have to leave your car here for a couple of days. I'm like, well, I'm not leaving my car here, and it's fucking 2 days till Thanksgiving. Yeah, exactly, Sunburn. I mean, I've done the rear-wheel drive thing before. I'm capable of doing it. But, I mean, you slide around. You do. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to slide around if you have rear-wheel drive. So, yeah. So, I still need to make a second appointment with when the correct technician is available to even have it diagnosed as to see what it is, to see how expensive it is, or to see if my extended warranty covers it. So... I had already been procrastinating on the initial appointment, like, because I don't drive my car very often, so I wasn't feeling super guilty about being late on the oil change, because I hadn't really put that many miles on it. But now I need to, like, make a follow-up appointment, and I shouldn't procrastinate. I should have already done it. I should have made it while I was there or immediately when I got home. I didn't. Not gonna lie. And, we'll see. I'll probably think about it the next time it snows, and I'm like, oh, God, I hope I can get this fixed. On the other hand, if it does turn out to be a $3,000 repair that's not covered by my warranty, it's not happening. I mean, it's just not. It's... it's just not. I'm just going to have to be rear-wheel drive. Yeah, I mean, snow is no joke. The just all of it. Not even always just the iciness and slipperiness of it, but just being able to, like, you know, go through, like, once it gets up to the bottom of your car, if it's more than, like, you know, 6-8 inches, if you don't have some power behind you, or if it's like frozen hard chunky snow, it's like dragging on your undercarriage. I mean, there's like all kinds of things other than just being slippery. Okay, we're mostly dry here. I'm just waiting a little bit longer for this to fully dry, and then we will water marble my right hand. I'm sad for SSD too, and for Sunburn, and for anybody else that's sitting out there with an adult expense that's preventing a non-vital purchase. I mean, I don't want to say a computer's an unnecessary purpose, because in this day and age, a computer is kind of necessary to have. But when you have one that's kind of like on its last legs and dying, but it's not quite dead yet, and you got other shit to pay for, you know, it's like you gotta sometimes just stick it out until you really can't wait any longer. Hi, Caters. Thanks for joining us. We're water marbling. We're waiting for my Simply Peel to just finish drying a little bit more. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like the difference between, so the computer I had, not the one before this one, but the one before that, it was, the problem was almost all related to RAM and actually storage, like the hard drive. It was so full that I would have to like archive onto DVD like old like pictures, videos, and particular like my YouTube tutorials before I could download my camera footage and do another tutorial. So like every single week I was having to go through this huge hullabaloo because I only had like 10 free gigs on the whole computer. Mind, I have a 16 gig card in my camera. So it was like this, it was a hassle, and I went on like that for, I don't even remember at this point, but it was a long time. Like, when you just get so used to struggling with something that it's normal, that's what happened. The computer right before this one died. Forget if it was blue screen or black screen or whatever, but it died. It would not boot. It was dead. So that was something. So the one I strung out longer even probably than I should, because it was such a struggle. Then the other one, I did not literally have a choice. You know, when it's fully broken. But I realized when Dr. Crotron, ooh, what was that? It was something. Oh wait, it's right there. My OBS is too small. I can't even read it. Faith for Life. Thank you for the follow. When Dr. Crotron was helping me with the mods, I realized that I was already making concessions for this computer and how it slows down sometimes. Like, instead of doing like keyboard shortcuts that if it's having a little hiccup moment it might not pick up, I find myself more often like right mouse clicking and selecting the menu option, because then I know that even if there's a delay it goes through. And like I recognized that, I was like, shit, that means this computer is about time to almost think about replacing. But I mean, it's a big expense, and it's one of those things that as long as it's doing what you need it to do, it's not only just hard to justify the expense, but like it's not fun. Nobody likes switching computers. I don't think. Nobody I know. Excuse me. All right. Let's do another water marble. We did the first hand in 2 cups, so hopefully if we get good drips, good designs, we should be able to do this one in 2 cups also, or this hand rather. I was gonna say these are not right. They're in the reverse order, so let's make sure to drip them in the correct order. For anybody that's just joining us, we are using the same colors that we used for a gradient over the weekend in water marble. We're going to be doing a total of 10 drops in the cup, and then we're doing kind of an abstract-y, random, squiggly design that is still, hopefully, sometimes I've had it where like it'll look the same on between one hand on all the nails, and then I do the next hand and it's like, wait, what the hell did I change? So hopefully this hand will match the other hand. Both cups. Okay. We make sure the polish is fully spread out. Wait just a couple minutes. And then alright. Pedal, 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 swirl, swirl, S, swirl. swirl S. That's our code for this water marble. And I pretty much like that, I think. I think this will be for my thumb and pinky. Now, one thing, it's like a blessing and a curse with latex, is if you want your fingers like in a particular position, you can stick them together. So now with this, I actually literally can't stick them together. So I need to make sure to hold them in the correct positions. And I want to go like this. All right. Of course, we're reaching in there. We're cleaning up the excess. I don't think I even said that in the tutorial. My tutorials have been weird lately with, the camera problems that I've been having. But not horrible. I mean, they've been, I guess legible is not the right word for a video tutorial, but they've been understandable. We've got a cool swirl there. That's a neat part. Okay, so let's see. Now, the peel will be the real test here. I mean, I think it would make sense to grab one side of the tape and then peel around, and then it'll bring off the latex also. Yeah, that was good. So I'll do the same thing on the thumb here. Just grab the tape on the side. Oops, see, now that one did not bring the latex with it. Maybe I didn't have them connected as much, but just grab the latex and get it off also. All right, one more cup. Then clean up, then top coat. And what time is it? 4:30. That's not too bad. And I don't know. I'll mention now just in case I don't mention later. And it's not for sure, so don't get super excited. But I may stream this evening some Hollow Knight, because last night I was so bored. I was like, oh my god. I was just sitting around. I ended up putting on Bob Ross, which is nice, but usually Bob Ross is just before bed. Bob Ross is not the majority of my day's entertainment. Although I love Bob, but I prefer actual live stream during the day. Even if I'm not participating, even if I'm just lurking, something about it, I don't know. It's my preferred, like I was saying earlier, it's my preferred background now over TV or music. I think I might have ended up watching some random person play Hollow Knight. Alright, so pedal, 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 swirl, swirl, S, swirl, S. I don't like this. And there's nothing wrong with it. And it's hard to... Well, of course, I can't tip the cup towards you. It's filled with water. Duh, the water's going to stay exactly the fucking same no matter if I tilt the cup towards you guys. I don't like that, especially for 3 fingers. I could maybe get... There's, maybe one part of that design that I would want on my nail. And maybe you're thinking, you're crazy. That's beautiful. And that's fine. But that's not what I want, and so I'm not going to use it. Yeah, I've got a lot of external hard drives. I've actually got one, and I'm kind of frustrated because I think I backed it up properly, but I'm not positive. And I had it, I thought it was broken, then I got it working. I did not act upon this opportunity, and now I can't get it to turn on again. So I don't want to just junk it because obviously, it's got stuff on it. I also don't want to junk it because I feel like if I just fiddle with it enough, it'll turn on. But it's small. It's not even a terabyte. So it's not one that I use anymore anyway. And then I have one that is pretty much basically going to be retired. It's the next oldest one after that. So that right now I just have 2 externals. I have a 4 terabyte and an 8 terabyte. The 4 terabyte has a lot of my pictures and stuff from several years ago archived to it. And the 8 terabyte one backs up that as well as my whole computer, which is is that another 4 or is it 2? I think it's 2. You Suck at Cooking. I love that. I love that channel. I should watch that. I like Worth It. I almost watched some of that last night too when I was really looking for something to do. Yes, that's a big part of it, Sunburn. It was the wrong shape. It was random, it wasn't consistent. Aw. Aw, that's so sweet, Sparkly. That is so sweet. Hell yeah. That's the way to do it. Just like Amethyst's son is getting trained to be a Hollow Knight champion. You suck at cooking. Yes, you totally suck. Anybody that does not know what we're talking about, please go. Well, not right now because, you're watching me. But when you get done here, no, do like I do. Open up a separate tab, Google it up, and then save it for later, and just leave the tab open for infinity. But You Suck at Cooking on YouTube. It's like I don't feel like I could appropriately describe it. It's kind of one of those things you need to see, and then you're like, whoa. It's very entertaining. That's what I'll say. It's a highly entertaining cooking format channel with some singing, some absurd singing that at the same time is like, dude, you're actually kind of great at singing. All right, let's hope we get better luck this time. Well, it's not fully luck, but better results this time. Swirl, swirl, S, swirl. There. I need a little bit more. There. Okay, now we were discussing this like consistently before. Like, am I tripping when I talk about the differences in these patterns? But hopefully you can see the little bit more squiggliness to this one. That's what I want. So it's kind of awkward. Yeah, we'll just, yeah. Yeah. I hope that was the right choice. There were like several. There was like almost too many good areas to even pick from, even dipping 3 different nails in that design. That's the difference between those two designs. The first one before this, I would have struggled. Oops. Okay, I don't think I actually touched my nail. I thought I touched my nail with the orange stick. I would have struggled to find even one. Oh, I did. Well, I'm not sure if that's a problem or not. I would have struggled to find even one spot that I was interested in dipping my nail. This, I felt like there were a multitude of 3 nail angles that would have worked. Like, there wasn't just one good way to dip 3 nails. There were like so many good spots. All right. I'm just shaking off water, not on my computer or camera. And that's another one where the tape and the latex just came off neatly together. Oh, there's another one where the tape and the latex did not come off neatly together. And I wasn't really paying attention to the differences in how I joined them or how they met. So I'm not, like I said, I'm assuming I did something slightly differently between them, but I'm not exactly sure what. I think I did go a lot farther down on my knuckle, or I dipped better compared to my right hand. I mean, look how much less Q-tip cleanup is needed on, is needed on this hand. I mean, we really only got a couple spots. Well, one of them is this massive spot on my thumb. That's a disaster. It's another thing that shows how awkward the thumb is to dip. It's like you get it in there and then it's like you're trying to hold still, but you just end up sinking deeper in there no matter how hard you try not to. Yeah, the Wang Jangler. No! What? I think it was a bubble. Okay, we're going to have to... I mean, there's going to be some more polish surgery here. I also wanted to look at... You can kind of see at the very bottom of my ring finger by the cuticle, there's like a little slice where I hit it with the orange stick. I did, in fact, touch it with the orange stick. But it didn't do too much damage. Not as much damage as this one bubble did. Okay, let's start with a tiny bit of purple. A little bit of purple. Like there and there. Is this? Yeah, we'll do burgundy. This one might not turn out quite as nicely as the other one, but it should still be better than just having a big glaring white dot in the middle. There. Oops. That looks really messy to me. Hopefully it won't look as bad when I get a little bit of top coat on there. I have such an urge to mess with this one a little bit more, you guys, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I am gonna pour out a little bit more acetone. Unlurk, yes. Welcome back. We have well, we're not done because we're not cleaned up yet, but we've completed the marbling of my right hand. In fact, I should probably, let's get in a little bit closer for the cleanup for you guys. Yeah. I copied it from Jerry, so that's what, they're the same as his lurk and unlurk commands. Some channels, they are different. I mean, well, you can set your commands to be whatever you want, of course. Some channels don't even have a lurk command, and that throws me horribly off. Okay. Yeah. It just looks really, of course, it just looks really dark right in the center of the nail. It's not horrible, it just bothers me. I used too much purple, I'm pretty sure is what the problem was. And the purple turned dark instead of like transparent. Oh. Sometimes I feel like cleanup is one of the hardest things to do left-handed, like harder even than painting. What the hell? It sounds like somebody's standing right outside my window, but guess what? My room's on the second floor. Which means they are talking really loud. If you ever have somebody like that, don't necessarily just be mad at them for talking loud, because odds are they're going deaf and either don't want to acknowledge it or don't even know it. They're talking louder so they can hear themselves, not just to annoy you. I hope the top coat helps it, and that's why I'm leaving it alone, because I feel like so often, I mean, that's a lesson I've learned. It's a lesson I've learned. It's a lesson I've needed to relearn. Quit with your head. Like, sometimes you there's only so much you can fix. Sometimes you can't fix it any better than you did. But guess what? You can fix it worse than you did. You can ruin what you thought you fixed. That's a thing. Alright, a little bit more. God, whoever it is, this loud talker, Clark does not like them. Because if you can hear that, that is Clark, I'm pretty sure. Poof, poof, poof. He's such a big boy now. Oops, that was messy. I'm not gonna try and fix that. That nail's dead to me. I'm not messing with it anymore, even though now I have a little white spot in the corner. And I swear, some of my nails, or some of my cuticles, maybe I should say, look so much drier after acetone than others. Like, some will just look like a little bit dry, and some will look absolutely crusty. Like, I don't understand that. Like, shouldn't you all react the same to the acetone? Like, I'm not doing that much more cleanup or anything like that. Like, some of them just really instantly look dry compared to the others. Yes, that's true. Or I could go back to the gilded concept and add some gold flakies. I hate to do that to water marbles most of the time though. It's like I want to be able to, because I feel like then that's what you're looking at, and it's like I want to look at the water marble. Like I want to look at these crazy, insane, gorgeous patterns. Dang it! There's another little peak of white. I'm having much more problems with that cleaning up with my left hand, I feel like. See right there by the cuticle. And I'm not gonna mess with it because I'm almost done. Like I questioned whether I should like do a manicure and stream today. I was like, I could just do something plain. I was like, no, you should, it's a holiday, you should have nice nails. I was like, well, I don't know if I feel like streaming. I was like, well, if you're gonna do your nails, then you should stream. It's like conversations with myself. Nikki, thanks for following. Every time I go to look at my following or my notification dashboard, it's like behind another window, and then I remember that if I just like look right away, I can see the actual pop-up itself on screen in OBS. Okay. Just a little bit more here. This nail has a lot of bubbles. This middle nail here. Can you see them? There. Even if, yeah, there. If I even turn it sideways, you can like see the profile of the bubble. Ooh, I see some more. I already cleaned up this hand. How'd you get full of polish again? She asked as though expecting the hand to answer. Okay. Are we done? Just about. It's like, it's one of those things where you think you're done and then you look like a second time, you're like, shit, there's still nail polish everywhere. That would be cute. I've thought of doing that so many times before and I always chicken out. Yeah, so this is actually a really good nail. Sometimes it can be really hard to show you guys bubbles. Like you can see in the reflection there, all those little dots. We're talking about this middle nail here. All those little dots are bubbles. And when I turn the nail to the side, you can actually see the profile of like that one there. That's like one of the worst ones. So what we do is with an orange stick or something else flat is we press them flat. And that's like all there hopefully is to it. But sometimes even that, like see that one? See how light it got? Like almost, you almost can see the white underneath. I'm going to have to think for a minute about whether I want to add purple to that. Some of these others, sometimes the smallest, like sometimes the larger bubbles are actually easier to press flat than small bubbles are. I'm actually kind of glad I didn't have a lot of problems with bubbles in this manicure because they are always kind of a pain to deal with. So I've got these pretty smooth. And I wait until after I'm done cleaning up because, I mean, your manicure is not fully dry. But it's dry enough where you shouldn't do any super serious damage while you're, trying to press these flat. But if it's too dry, it's not easy to press them flat either. So this, for me, usually seems to be like a really good time to do it. Okay. Top coat. Top coat and grumpy camera. Let's hope we can get a good take here. Finally, once all the cleanup is done, we're going to finish with a top coat. And as usual, I'm using Seche Vite. Oh yeah. I actually can still see a little bit of distress on that one. That's the first one that we did surgery on. But it looks so much better with a top coat. And this ring finger really is phenomenal. I'm trying not to go slow because of camera problems. Would like to get at least 4 fingers of top coat recorded. Oh, I'm seeing a little white spot there. Looks like a popped bubble. Oh, damn it. Oh well. There's the camera. Yeah, I think after this coat we'll do a couple little polish surgeries and then a second layer of top coat. Thumb looks good. Oh, I love that thumb. See the little white dot on the middle one? That's where the bubble popped, and a little one right there. The pinky is the one we did polish surgery on, and that looks pretty good. Alright, we'll do this hand, and then we'll polish surgery the other hand. The most purple, yeah. This ring finger is really cool too. It's a lot darker than I think almost all the other nails, but I like it. And sometimes when you press the bubbles flat, they won't necessarily pop and show through the white, but they are sometimes still visible. And I mean, that's, I guess, kind of up to you whether that bothers you or not. Yeah. That still bothers me. But it would bother me more if it was white. So there's that. I'm talking about the other major polish surgery on this index finger here. There, you can kind of see how dark it is right there in the middle. Otherwise, I mean, if I could just, block it with the glossy reflection, everything will be fine. Let that little tiny brush go. Okay, so we're gonna add just a little bit right there. A little bit of the burgundy. And we're literally like a dot. You just want to cover up that white. Oh, come on, get in there. Sometimes it'll actually leave like a dimple. Like it pops up through the top coat and it leaves like a little hole. So you might have to get like down in there. Like that. That's good. And I'm going to just a little bit there. Like that. This one on the index, I think I'm going to use a little bit of the red. And same kind of a thing. Get in there. And like on the pinky, the one that I did polish surgery on, you can kind of see like some little white marks around the tip. Oh, it's so hard to get past the glossiness. There, you can kind of see. I could attempt to mess with those. I'm not going to. I'm literally just looking at some of the worst bubble spots. And there are a couple spots where, like on this middle finger, you can kind of see, they're seeing the reflection, how the bubbles, even though they haven't created exactly white spots. Well, the one is a slightly light spot, actually. Do I want to fix that? Yeah. Sometimes they'll still cause little dimples in the top coat. And that's when you might want to consider another layer of top coat. Just that much. Just tiny, tiny little bits, and now you don't notice that little light spot anymore. Yeah, I mean, look how different these two ring fingers are. This one is so dark, and this one is so purple. Kind of the opposite with the thumbs, or opposite hands. God, both the thumbs are freaking amazing. I've been liking these kind of more random Watermarble patterns because I love a flawless Watermarble, absolutely. But some of these more random patterns, they just are so like organic and cool looking. Like they're cooler than you could even plan for something planned to be. The randomness is part of the cool factor. All right, now. And when I have some that I'm retop coating because of the bubbles, I'll just retop coat all the nails just to keep everything consistent. You can almost kind of see the dimple in this one where I did the repair. And just glom that top coat on there. Glom, another very, very technical term. And now, so smooth, so glossy. Here too, you can see it's not even anything major. It's not even anything that you would necessarily be like, oh, that looks horrible. But you can see it's not as smooth compared to the ones that have the second top coat. If you're ever unhappy with your manicure, my first suggestion would be a second layer of top coat. Shit's magical. And here too, this is another one that had some little small little bubbles. Or sometimes you can even see, you see how the reflections almost rippled like in time with the pattern of the marble. It's like just like the way that the purple is a little bit more translucent. It's like it actually does not apply at the same thickness as the other polishes. So you almost do get a textured finish if your top coat isn't thick enough. But now, second coat of top coat and everything's, like I said, glossy and wonderful. And same thing over here. Let's finish off a second coat. I mean, it's not a situation where, like, you know, if you're trying to smooth out a glitter and your nails are like rough, but it is something that makes more of a difference than you might expect. Just having that smooth, especially like this one, you can see the little ridges and little bubbly divots. You get on a nice smooth layer top coat. And I mean the way the reflection is just changes. I find with the ring light, especially when it's doing weird stuff with the colors and weird stuff with the finishes, one thing I can count on is like a super reflective like the, you know, you can usually see the whole ring in my nails, and it does work to illustrate a lot of problems, or in this case, solutions. Burps and hiccups and weird things all together. And let me try to, after I get this top on, give you guys another look so you can see the color. And again, like I said, random but consistent. Even the ones that are like, you know, the ring fingers, on the one hand it's like the darkest nail, on the other hand it's like the lightest nail, but they still look like they go together. I really like this middle finger too. It's giving me very geode vibes. And the thumbs. Let's see if I can. Yeah, just cool things going on in the thumbs. So, yeah, that's my actual Thanksgiving manicure now, you guys. We've done the turkey feathers. We did the gilded burgundy gradient, which I don't know. Should I try to edit that for tomorrow? I think I'm going to leave it for Sunday. Trying to get it edited for tonight would just be too much work. Thank you, Sunburn. I like them too. I'm pleased. This is really not what I thought this was going to turn out, but I like it a lot. I mean, it's so interesting. In the other manicure, like everything leaned toward the burgundy, and in this one, everything leans towards the purple. Unlike your pie, oh no! Is it soupy? I know that's like with sweet potato and pumpkin pie. A lot of times that's like it doesn't want to set up and turn from batter into custard setting consistency. Ah, man. That sucks though. Let me see where I can send you lovely people because we are going to try and not have long goodbyes. Um 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 let's see here. Man. Um do you guys have a preference, creative versus games? I see a couple possible targets. Oh, you messed up on the measurement. So it's not like, well, maybe we could cook it a little more and it'll set up. That's too bad. Heading out to Target. Good luck. I hope it's not too crazy out there, sunburned. And yes, if I stream later, I hope I'll see you. I'm leaning like, I'd say I'm at like 75% likelihood of streaming right now. So higher than 50-50. A porch sign. Gonna put it in Discord. Now I'm curious. Um, are they? No, let's I think I'll send you guys here. You guys I think you guys liked this last time I sent you guys here. Uh I recall at least a couple of you guys following, so um looks like there's just a kitty there at the moment, but I don't think anybody's gonna be too mad about that. One of the studio cats. I don't follow enough to know all the cats' names, but this is another very mellow, low key, creative channel. Playing the mud. She does. Oh, here she comes back. Oh, she's got a big old rolled out. I'm a wrap up so you guys can see this. Yes, Luke. It looks really cool. And if I don't see you guys later this evening, have a safe number one happy Thanksgiving, and yeah. I feel like that's an incomplete ending, but I don't know. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time.
Will you ever dose your salt and butter person for your grits? That's
Let's
what my
remember to
father got.
stop streaming this time.
That and sugar.
Okay, stop.